A lot of people ask me that why do I keep doing many things when I have a job, a stable job that could like sustain me and all of that. But I feel like we all have different goals, and my goal is just not to work for the rest of my life. I know that not to work for the rest of my life requires that I think outside the box, and also I work really, really hard. I just want to tell you guys the things I'm doing to be financially free. So, number one is my regular job. So, I believe that before you achieve a goal or before you work on anything, you need to be mentally stable. And your mental stability comes from a stable source of income. So, if you have a stable source of income, you don't joke with that. So, aside that, I have clients that I take gigs from. Okay, so I have lots of clients that could just reach out to me at any point in time. So this one is not like stable. It's just like a freelance thing that you could get a lot of money now, and then in the next 2 weeks you might not even get anything. So these sources of income are the ones that gives me money that I divert into other things. So what am I diverting money into? Number one, I buy stocks. Okay, so I buy my stocks on Bamboo app, and then I just, okay, so from my monthly income I'll just decide that, okay, this month this is how much I'm gonna invest. So I'm just gonna check historical data, because I've worked with financial data basically, so I know how to check trends and patterns to see, and also check the news, stay updated on which I should buy. So basically I'm just gonna split the money. So let's say this month I want to invest a certain amount and I want to buy like 4 to 5 stocks. I'm just going to divide it by 4 or 5, and then I'm going to buy the stocks. Okay, so that's one way to save my money. Secondly, I have a fashion brand, yeah, that I was doing before I even got my actual job. Okay, so this fashion brand, I also invest in it. I try to make some productions and try to model it and push it out. So it's not really giving me income that much right now, but I mean, it sustained me while I was in school. But the long break I took and the change of location kind of like disrupted everything. But I believe that I just want to be consistent. So eventually, when I'm ready, like when I have the time, I feel like I have all the strategies to make the brand work. It's just that my attention is like very, very divided. And remember, I still need my stable source of income to survive, right? So I cannot leave it. So I still have to like keep doing everything together. So another thing I do is I make content. So like the one you're seeing right now, I make content. It's part of the passive income, yeah. So from content creation, I've grown my TikTok follower to over 27K, and YouTube is almost at 1K. I believe by the time you're watching this video, it's already be at 1K. So yeah, I'm growing. So YouTube basically will pay me. On TikTok, I go live and people send me gifts. I get income from that. From TikTok, I am a data analyst. So I train people on data analysis. I get students from TikTok to train, which is also very good for me. But right now, I have a very busy schedule and I've expanded the training and employed professional data analysts to do that for me. So that's just like another source of income for me, right? So yeah, another thing I do is from content creation, I have a certain number of followers. That means these are people that kind of like trust me to an extent. So what I do is I basically go get affiliate links from Amazon. So I'm going to research on the top selling products that people are currently buying, and I'm going to research on it. I'm going to check the reviews to make sure that I'm putting out the best products to my audience. Once I confirm, I'm going to compile a video, maybe pick like 5 products, make a compiled video and post about these products. Another side income that I've worked on but is not currently generating me money. So affiliate marketing too has not really, don't let me say it has generated me money, is insignificant. Money is like insignificant, but these are long-term goals, so I'm not rushing. I'm in for all of these. Yeah, I'm gonna take my time because I know it takes time to build. So yeah, that's why I have my regular job, so I can take my time to build, right? So another thing I do is creating digital products. So I have skills. I'm a data analyst. If you're a social media manager, you also have skill. I don't know, whatever you're doing, you have a skill, right? That you can train people on, you can tell people about, you understand? So for example, I wrote ebooks on how people could navigate if you want to break into tech, how you can break into tech, I created a service on Seller for people who want to, because a lot of people want to have a consultation with me, ask me about tech, what tech skill they should go for, all of those things. So I just kind of like have a section. It's very, very affordable, so it's just like a passive income. Another thing I do is, I've been hearing Web3 is the future and things like that. You know, like if you're trying to build a life that doesn't involve that you work before you get money, you have to like follow trends. You cannot stay outdated and expect that that is going to happen. Because if you stay outdated and expect that that would happen, then by the time you are living financially free, there's another update that you are not on, and everybody, the whole world is going to that direction, and all the businesses you created is not going in that direction. So you know it's going to affect you, and you might eventually need to go back in office. So I'm like thinking ahead as well. So I know Web3 is a thing for the future, and currently I've basically researched on Web3. So if you're curious on what Web3 is, so Web3 is just like, we have it's divided into three. We had a phase of Web 1, another phase of Web 2. So the current future one is Web 3. So Web 1 is like those times when you want to write a love letter to someone and you're writing it in a paper and pen, and you have to send it through post office. Yeah, so that's the phase of Web 1. That was around 1990. Web 2 is around the internet age that we are currently using right now. So now I'm sending you a message, but I'm not using mail. You can watch me from YouTube, you can watch from Instagram, watch from Facebook, everywhere. So that's like Web 2 phase, right? So that Web 2 phase is what we are currently using, right? But the problem with Web 2 that Web 3 wants to solve is that for Web 2 now, I can wake up one morning and maybe YouTube has deleted my account. So that's like, they have our data with them. These companies have our data, and they can decide to do anything at any time with the data that they have. You understand? So this is the problem Web3 wants to solve, in the sense that it is decentralized. That means that there's transparency with the data. So only one company will not own the data. Like Instagram is just one company owning the data. That will not happen in Web3. Everybody owns their data. So you cannot just come and delete my data or something like that. I have access to my data. I can do whatever I like, and everything is transparent. If you're running a transaction, maybe if I posted now, everybody will see that I've posted. I cannot delete my post. Everybody has seen that I've posted. I can only like do some modification to the post. Yeah, so that's what Web3 is about. And a lot of companies are currently jumping on the fact that, on the transparency and everything in the Web3 space. So I've learned about it, and currently I've enrolled in a Web3 Solidity course. I joined the Women in DeFi community. So if you're interested in Web3, this is another tip for you. You can just go to Twitter, that's X, and then search Women in DeFi. So you just follow them. You see a link on their Twitter page. So that link, if you follow it, you can register and sign up for their next cohort. It's for free. It's just for women. So another thing I do is I invest in things that make my life easier, right? So I know that if I'm in the kitchen and I'm cooking and I'm doing all this stressful cooking, I'm going to be tired. Mentally, I'll not be productive. I'll not be able to think of the next strategy or the next steps. So I kind of get a lot of equipment that makes my life easier, like for cleaning, for kitchen, just to save time and save my energy. Some of the things I do is, when I get busy, I pass on tasks to people I trust. I don't just pass on tasks to people I trust, right? So you pass on tasks to people you trust, so they can help you manage your tasks and handle it, and then you can pay them from what you earn. So if you want to actually be financially free, another thing you have to know is that you cannot do everything. You can't. If you try to do everything, or you try to hold on to the money you currently have, you don't want another person to have it. Trust me, you keep struggling all your life. All your life. Because imagine I'm working a job now, and I got like 2 to 3 extra gigs, and I can't give somebody I trust, maybe like my friend, to just do it, and I know they are capable of doing it like very well, and I can't just pass it on to them to do it, and I'll pay them out of what I earn, because I feel like, oh, I want all the money. At the end of the day, I'll not be productive. I'll not be able to do everything. I might even break down. So if you want to like change your financial life, you also have to put that at the back of your mind, that to make people work for you, because that's the end goal. If you've ever become a CEO, you're gonna have people work for you. So it's okay to start it from a beginner stage. But on the long run, I'm thinking of creating businesses, especially in the tech niche, right? But I'm still looking for a major problem to solve, because if you are creating a business, the only thing that makes sense is you're solving a major problem. So I'm still thinking of a major problem. When I get the problem ideas, I'm gonna work with people, maybe get a co-founder, and I'm sure in like 5 years time I would come back to this video, watch it and smile, because I won't be where I am currently in 5 years time. And I hope this video motivates you to start something, or pick up maybe digital marketing, affiliate marketing, everything I've said. Web3, I've mentioned it. I've mentioned how I take students, how I build my content creation, all of those things. So yeah, you can pick up some of these things and you're gonna make money from it. And if you have any question, maybe you don't really understand some part of what I said, you can drop it in the comment section. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.